Hi everybody, welcome back to Shell Style Stitches. Hope you're all okay and have had a good week. Slight change of scenery. I'm in my living room, but apologies if it's quite echoey. The old sofa went last night and we're waiting on the new one arriving. So we're sat on garden chairs at the moment. So my black sofa that you've sometimes seen in my videos is no more. It's my favourite sofa, I loved it. But it's gone, so yeah. So apologies, slight. You can see the rabbit castle in the background. So welcome back. Hope you're all okay. I have had a couple of deliveries this week, Friday and Saturday. Yeah, Friday and yesterday. So I thought I'd come on and show you those. So I am going to be covering Siobhans and a Siobhans order plus the Care Bears Club for August. So if you have ordered that and haven't yet received it, I'll try and do that right at the end, and I'll warn you so you can disappear if you don't want spoilers. So I will show you firstly, I'll show you what I ordered from Siobhans Update, then I'll show you something else, and then I'll go back to Care Bears. So I was naughty, I did order myself some yarn in Siobhans Update on Sunday, just gone. So I ordered... The girls I chat to about crochet were laughing at me. I listed out, I think, 7 that I liked from her update, because I watched the video, sometimes take screenshots and list the names of what I like the look of so I can search for it. So I picked out 7, and then I had to rein myself in and decide which ones I actually was going to purchase. So I have firstly, so there's 3 I've gone for that I've bought. So firstly, I'll go with this one, is a Fairy Wind. You can see that. Excuse the state of me, by the way. I was fitting in new hose today and I ended up with a face full of water, which my husband found hilarious. That's Fairy Wind. I think these are all Pokemon moves, my husband was saying as well. He's like, why is all your yarn named after Pokemon? And I think Siobhan said she struggled to think up some names this week because she did so many. So some of them are after Pokemon moves. So it's really nice pastel-y pinks and purples in there. Really like that one. Then we have one called Belle. So B-E-L-L-E, like out of Beauty and the Beast. So again, some pastel themes through there, but with some speckles in different colours, which is really nice. And then lastly, we have one called Poison Jab. So typical me colours, dark purples, blues, bit of pink in there. Just quite spacey. So yeah, Poison Jab. So those are the 3 that I have purchased. So those are the 3 I actually bought myself from Siobhans that came this week. Now the other item is something I have been telling you I have wanted to get myself. Was waiting, and then also it went out of stock, but it finally came into stock. I kept checking. One came into stock, I left it half an hour, then went to order it and it went away again. But this came back in, I think it was this week, Tuesday or Wednesday. I found it on a site I've been keeping an eye on. That's upside down. Like, so I don't know if you guys remember when I bought my wooden Swift from Unravel, that was like, so you might see where I'm going with this. I will take it out, it's in pieces. Oh, best not lose my instructions, because I did need the instructions. So I have bits and pieces. So this is the wooden, throwing it everywhere. This is the wooden wall winder that I wanted, that I've now managed to get hold of in the mango wood, the same colour as my Swift. Because there was, I did find a shop online that had I think it's dark rosewood in stock, but I had to match. So it came like this with this portion attached. So I have to undo this little twiddly knob, bed knobs and broomstick style, and pop this on. So let me just do that. You can see, find the hole again. So screw that on, because this doesn't fit in the bag, quite built together. And then my coney thing, as I like to call it, There is a slight knack to this, which I need to get better at. I think we have to put it up. I think that's why. There we go. There we go. There we go, she says 3 times. So this end is where I'll have my Swift here. Hand is my Swift. Yarn will come through here, wrap through. And then there is, you might not be able to see, can you see there's a slit there in the top? So I'll sit the yarn through there to hold the first piece in place. And then just turn. See how quiet that is. So quiet compared to my plastic one. And I know it's expensive. This was £90. The Swift was 45. So yes, I've paid 135 on a wooden Swift and a wooden wool winder, but actually, they were definitely an investment me purchasing the original ones because I've used them so much with the hand dyed yarn, and because I've bought so much hand dyed yarn now, it's definitely worth me having them. But it's a bit like anything, isn't it? You buy your first car, gets you to A to B, then you get a bit more money and then you're able to buy your second car, which, you know, back in the old day had a CD player and air conditioning. Now might have Apple Play and heated seats. Other car type stereo systems are available. You can tell I have no clue what I'm talking about, but you know what I mean. So I've used it quite a lot, and actually now I fancied paying a bit more and upgrading to a slightly better version. But there's nothing wrong with the metal umbrella Swift and the plastic wool winder. Perfect for starting out, exactly what I found. Better than trying to do it yourself and getting in a 3-hour tangle. But yeah, so there is, if you can see, a dipped section here. So I do have, the clamp is separate, so that will just go on there. It actually fits in that section there, and clamps to your table. So, and there is, I'll put that down, there is like little foam pads in there so it won't damage your table. But I just tend to use, I've got like a $7.99 fold up TV, wooden TV table from Argos that I use, that's in the cupboard, that I use when I'm doing my wool winding, rather than put it on a dining table, because I think dining tables can be quite chunky as well. But yeah, so that is my Lykke wool winder that I was desperately after. Haven't used it yet because I haven't needed to wind any wool, any yarn. So I will let you know. I might do a video when I use it for the first time, just to sort of see how quick and how smooth it is. But I mean, I'm winding it now. I don't know if you can hear it, but it sounds very quiet. It's very lovely. So I'm pleased with that. That literally only took about 2 days to come. So yeah, I'm pleased I finally managed to get that in a matching set. So I will then show you Care Bears. Toft's 16th birthday finished on Thursday, so that's all done and dusted now. There is apparently 3 weeks left of the summer competition for the Ladybird. So if you're planning on entering that, 3 weeks to go. And also don't forget, if you're going to enter and post on Instagram, etc., you need to make sure you've got a public Instagram profile, because otherwise Toft can't see them, can't reshare them, etc. on their stories and things. So if you ever sort of sit there wondering, going, oh, Toft don't notice my makes, but they notice other people's, that would generally be why. So yes, just to let you know. I'm not sure, I think Toft's Christmas will come out, I think, September time, I would like to say. But we'll find out closer to the time. I think it possibly is September when summer competition is done and kids go back to school. I think they still have a few advent calendars left if you're lucky and you want to get in. They did increase the volume this year to slightly more because they were conscious quite a few people missed out last year. So I think they've done about the right balance, really, because otherwise they'd have been left with too many. And we think Flora Society is coming out in the next week or so. So the 3rd instalment for Flora Society. So if that arrives this week, I will let you know and obviously show you. But yeah, can't think anything else. Yeah, I did get an amigurumi book in the week actually, but I seem to have mislaid that somewhere. So I'll dig that out and show you. I ordered myself something off of good old Amazon, I think it was. Right, Care Bears now. So if you don't want to see what Care Bears is for August, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. But if you do, we're about to look. So this obviously was Siobhan's and arrived with my order. So I'm going to open it. We've got our goodies. So I'll read the bit of paper. So August Cares Bears. Oh, you can tell it's hot. I can't cope. Can't speak. August's Care Bears Club was Wish Bear. So it's an aqua base as the more vintage versions of the Wish Bear are more green toned versus the new blue. So she's kind of met in the middle, I think. Speckles represent the shooting star on its belly. And so we've got stitch marker and project bag as we normally do. So I'm going to try and hold these up in the little plastic bag so you can see. So we've got some stars there on a stitch marker, a little ball with some green sequin stars, and then we've got our normal metal cupcake one to match. And then the bag is like I would say like minty. It's not really minty actually, it's kind of more like sky blue, but then the cupcake itself is sort of minty green. But there is our project bag for this month. There's so many of these little project bags now, I love it. Haven't used them, but I love them. I mean, you know, that's the point, isn't it? And here we excuse me, and here we go, Wish Bear yarn. So this is like a minty greeny colour. With some undyed and some yellow speckles in there. So that is our Wish Bear yarn. Very, very happy with that. Yeah. So sign-ups, as always, 23rd of the month. I think the 23rd of August I'm in the office in a meeting. I'm really going to have to make sure I'm able to get that. Or ask Siobhan to try and hold me one. Definitely don't want to miss one. I'm like, that'll be September, so it's only 4 left for the end of the year. So yeah, that's Care Bears. There you go. Anyway, I will leave you be because I don't want to waffle on too long. Have a good week. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully see you next week with maybe Flora Society and maybe a new project on the go. Speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.